and Vladimir Putin's moving 7,000 more troops to the border with Ukraine.
Dude, the Ukraine news coverage is making me crazy.
I've been watching.
Here's what happened. Fast forward, what's happened in Ukraine, we sort of laid it out last week. Ukraine used to be part of Russia. Now Ukraine kind of wants to be part of NATO. Russia's like, no, I'm your jealous ex-boyfriend. I want you to come back to me. And they're like, I'm really kind of feeling these NATO guys. They look richer than you. And Russia's like, well, I'm going to force you to be my girlfriend. You can't leave. All right. So that's the Ukraine thing in a nutshell. Biden is like, no, you can't just invade other countries. If you do that, then China's going to do it and everyone's going to do it. We're going to have all this like lack of peace. America being the world's police force was a cool thing. And all the Americans are like, actually, we don't really want to die over this. Why are we protecting Ukraine's borders? That kind of sounds shitty to me.
Yeah.
So Russia says, hey, we're pulling all the troops away. And here's where the news coverage got me angry. The Republicans were like, you made a big deal over nothing. They really had no plans of invading Ukraine. You're lying to us. And, fuck you for acting like invasion was imminent. That's it. And the left is like, we did it, boys. We stopped Russia from invading. They're pulling away now. So there's it was never real, and we succeeded for a brief period of time. Now it turns out Putin was just lying. He didn't actually pull any troops away. He just said he pulled troops away.
And they believe.
Wait. How would we not know that? Because I thought all that news came from satellite shit, where they'd be like, we're noticing patterns of retreat.
Putin said it.
Oh,
yeah.
Putin said it. And it took us a little while to sort of disprove it. And we're like, hey, wait. We're watching. And you put more troops on the border. You said you sent your troops home, but what you actually did was deploy more troops getting ready to invade Ukraine.
Did I?
That's kind of like when you said there was a genocide going on in this area of Ukraine and terrorists, but as it turns out, it was mostly Russian spec ops and mercenaries doing the genocide.
What?
So where we stand right now is it seems like Putin is going to invade Ukraine, and we'll see if he does.
I'm never going to take a trip to Ukraine. I don't care. That's on that's number 69, 70, 71 on vacation destinations world.
Yeah, that was.
That's what I actually I saw a Reddit comment on that was, I sent you that video of all the Russian military helicopters flying over in a convoy.
Mm-hmm.
It's some civilian video somewhere in Russia.
Okay, I didn't watch it.
All right, so it's a convoy of military helicopters, one after another in the staggered formation that just goes on for 3 minutes. Lots of them, and I don't know if any of us know what a fucking Russian helicopter looks like, or which ones are which. But the comments were like, "Oh, that's their TI-95 and their BR-67s. They're bringing out the big boys. This represents 17% of the entire Russian helicopter fleet." And what you've got to keep in mind, boys, is the expense of just the fuel of getting those helicopters there. Bear in mind, the fuel to get them back is waiting on them there. They sent that weeks ago, and the parts to repair them have been waiting. The orders for new parts have already been placed. The wheels are in motion. There is going to be an invasion. There is no stopping the business at this point. It's like they've already opened a new restaurant. The food's in the fridge. The drinks are on the table. The customers are in line outside. To stop now and say, we changed our mind, it would be a disaster for everyone involved. People have to die. They're going in.
I was watching a thing about, are they really going to go? Right? Are they... there's one thing you can do, which is how guerrillas charge, but they don't mean to. All you have to do is stand your ground and it stops there.
Yeah.
How can you tell if it's that or if it's a real attack where they're about to hit you?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, when they just do the guerrilla charge thing, they just put troops near the border and that's it. They amass it. He's like, they're doing some other stuff here. They have set up hospitals along the border, MASH units. They have blood that will otherwise go bad on the border in these MASH units to treat their casualties. They have sent propaganda to their citizens to convince them that it's a good idea to do this. They don't propagandize, I think that's a word, their own population if they're not going to do something. That would be counter to their own interests, right? Then everyone's going to think they're a pussy or that they should have done it. No, they only do the propaganda when they intend to really make this real. It is every indication that it's not fake.
Which is exactly what you would want to do if you wanted to use this whole thing as a master bluff, as a bargaining chip. Next time there's some NATO wants missiles here and Russia wants fuel rights there, sort of thing. But I would lean on the side of like, yeah, that like Occam's razor is that they actually just mean business, and this isn't some like 3D chess James Bond villain stuff. Although you cannot put that past Vladimir Putin. I'm one who's like, when they start talking about Hillary Clinton eating babies, she doesn't seem smart enough to pull that off. Like after watching her talk about wanting to see Pokemon go to the polls.
I've got
like,
Red Hot in my purse.
Like, bitch, you're not that bright. Actually, it turns out like you're smart. Don't get me wrong. You're a genius. You're smarter than me, but you're not smart enough to like master a new thing, which was like social media and pop culture. You couldn't do that. And I would someone that I would like think of as a genius could like she couldn't figure that shit out. That shit's so cringe. Like losing to Donald Trump is like the greatest failure in political history.
That's a pretty big L because he shot himself in the foot and face over and over again and still won, which is insane.